Scene 1. The Dark Alley Story. Rain dripped from the rooftops as Agent Elias Cross moved through the shadowy alleyways of Prague. His trench coat clung to his body, soaked from the downpour. His sharp eyes scanned the darkness, sensing unseen eyes on him. Image prompt. A mysterious man in his late 30s, wearing a dark trench coat and gloves, moves through a dimly lit alleyway in Prague. The wet cobblestone reflects neon lights from distant street signs. The atmosphere is moody and tense, with rain falling heavily. Shadows lurk around him, hinting at an unseen presence. Scene 2. The Cryptic Meeting Story. A hooded figure emerged from the mist. "You shouldn't have come," she whispered, slipping him a worn envelope. Image prompt. A tense meeting between Elias Cross and a mysterious woman in a dark alley. She wears a hooded cloak, her face partially obscured by the shadows. She extends a weathered envelope to him while glancing over her shoulder. The fog swirls around them, adding an eerie cinematic effect. Scene 3. The Silent Shot Story. A silenced gunshot echoed. The woman collapsed, her last breath forming a single word. "Trust. No one." Image prompt. The woman falls to the ground, her hood slipping back to reveal wide, fearful eyes. Blood stains her cloak as Elias kneels beside her. A shadowy figure in the distance, barely visible, holds a suppressed pistol before disappearing into the night. Scene 4. The Escape Story. Elias sprinted through the darkness, heart pounding. The envelope burned in his hand. Was it a trap or a clue? Image prompt. Elias running through a rain-soaked Prague street, his trench coat billowing behind him. Neon signs reflect off puddles, and distant figures watch from alleyways. His grip tightens around the envelope as headlights cut through the darkness behind him. Scene 5. The Cipher Story. Inside a dimly lit apartment, Elias studied the numbers scrawled inside the envelope, coordinates leading to Berlin. Image prompt. A small, cluttered apartment with maps, documents, and old radios scattered around. Elias sits at a wooden desk, focused on a slip of paper with cryptic numbers. A desk lamp casts a harsh glow, deepening the tension in the room. Scene 6. The morning after story. A news report detailed an unidentified woman found in the alley. No witnesses, no evidence. Just as he expected. Image prompt. A small, outdated television screen in a dim room shows a news anchor reporting a mysterious murder. The camera's angle reveals Elias standing nearby, gripping his coffee cup, his expression unreadable. A pistol and the coded note rest beside him. Scene 7. The Train to Berlin. Story. Elias boarded the train, the cipher hidden in his pocket. A journey into the unknown. Image prompt. A sleek train speeding through the European countryside. Inside, Elias sits alone by a fogged-up window, his trench coat draped over the seat. He stares at the passing landscape, deep in thought, as passengers murmur around him. Scene 8. The Watcher Story. In the glass reflection, a man in a grey coat watched him. Image. Prompt. Inside the train, Elias glances at the window and sees the reflection of another passenger. A man in a grey coat, his gaze locked on Elias. The atmosphere is tense, with blurred motion outside the window creating a sense of unease. Scene 9. The Confrontation Story. The train slowed. The man in the grey coat stood, making his way toward Elias. Image prompt. Inside a dimly lit train car, the man in the grey coat walks purposefully down the aisle. His expression is calm but intense. Elias watches him from his seat, subtly reaching inside his coat. Other passengers are unaware of the looming danger. Scene 10. The Game Begins Story. Elias knew then. This wasn't just a mission anymore. This was a game of survival. Image prompt. A dramatic noir-style image of Elias, standing at a train station in Berlin, his face partially shadowed. The man in the grey coat stands across the platform, watching him. The city looms in the background, neon lights glowing against the cold night sky.